Hello and welcome to this simple TFT session to relieve stress. TFT is thought field therapy, and it's very similar to EFT, which is emotional freedom technique. The reason it is similar is because it involves tapping points in the body. The difference is that TFT uses tapping specific to target certain emotions, and it has specific tapping points. EFT is more of a generalized form of therapy where you tap at those specified points regardless of which emotion you are feeling. Now we're going to go into the activity, and I'm going to use a simple affirmation for the tapping section of the TFT, but typically you don't have to do an affirmation. Just my followers do enjoy doing the tapping with affirmation, so I came up with one affirmation for this session. Today we're going to focus on anxiety. And as I mentioned with TFT, depending on the symptom or emotion that you're feeling, you will have certain tapping points. So the first tapping point is under the eye for 5 times, then it's under the arm for 5 times, and then the collarbone for 5 times. That is what typical instruction is, but I like to go a little longer to really release the emotions and stress. Now, first off, before you start, you need to recognize where you are at. Become aware of how you're feeling in the moment, so then you know if you can progress through the strategy. So your stress level or symptom of anxiety should be less than 5. So it should be at a 4 for you to go into the TFT algorithm. What does that mean? If your stress level is a 5 or above, you would focus on the 3 tapping points: under the eye, under the arm, and at both collarbones, until you reduce your symptoms of anxiety to a 4. And once you are at a 4, you would progress to the eye movements, the humming, and the counting sequence. And we'll be doing it together. So first off, let's begin tapping under the eye, but become aware of where you are first. So on a scale from 0 to 10, where is your anxiety at this moment, so that you can become aware if you are decreasing that level. If you have not gotten down to a 4 when we get to the eye sequence, I encourage you to continue to tap until you get to a 4 and then begin the eye sequence. The affirmation we're going to use today is, I am a master of my thoughts. The reason I chose this affirmation is sometimes if we don't enjoy all the thoughts that pop into our minds, we can get anxious and overwhelmed. So let's think of that affirmation as we begin tapping. Again, we're going to tap 15 times as I say the affirmation. So as I recite the affirmation, you're going to tap under your eye, and I'm going to recite that affirmation 3 times. So you should be able to tap a total of 15 times. Tap under the eyes. I am a master of my thoughts. I am a master of my thoughts. I am a master of my thoughts. Next, you're going to move to the collarbone. I like following the sequence of where it is on your body. So we're going to tap the collarbone again. I am a master of my thoughts. I am a master of my thoughts. I am a master of my thoughts. Now under the arms, on the sides of each rib cage, I'm going to go ahead and tap or rub. I am a master of my thoughts. I am a master of my thoughts. I am a master of my thoughts. So let's measure again and see where you're at. Again, if you have gone down in that sequence and you're down to a 5, you can move on to the next section. But go ahead and follow along with us anyway, because we want to get it down to a 4. If you are higher, you want to pause this and do it several more times until you're down to a 4 completely. Again, tapping under the eyes. I am a master of my thoughts. I am a master of my thoughts. I am a master of my thoughts. At the collarbones, I am a master of my thoughts. I am a master of my thoughts. I am a master of my thoughts. And now under both arms. I am a master of my thoughts. I am a master of my thoughts. I am a master of my thoughts. Okay, now measure your anxiety again. If it is at a level 4, you're going to move on to this specific tapping point. So the first tapping point and the only place you're going to be tapping the entire time now is called the gamut point. And that point is in the back side of your palm, in between your pinky finger and your ring finger. I like to tell people to find that tender spot in between those two bones, in that tissue right in the middle. And that's the point you're going to be tapping on with your opposite hand. I like to tap with my right hand, so that would mean I'm tapping at the back side of my left hand. And as you're tapping on that specific point and you continue to tap on that point, we're going to follow the eye movements. So first you're going to close your eyes. Now open your eyes. Now you're going to look up to the center and then down to the left, up into the center and down to the right, up again to the center and down to the left, up and down to the right, up and down to the left, up and down to the right. Now we're going to do 3 circles to the left. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to 3 circles in the opposite direction to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now as you continue to tap, you're going to hum the happy birthday song for 5 seconds. Now you're going to count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And keep tapping. Now we're going to hum the happy birthday song for 5 more seconds. That concludes 1 cycle of TFT. Typically, TFT only does 1 round of each eye movement. I like to do 3 rounds of the eye movements for a deeper effect. We'll go ahead and try that cycle 1 more time, just to make sure we get you down to a stress level of 0 or 1. If you continue at a level of 4, you want to continue doing the sequence until you get down to a 0 or 1, which is much more manageable stress level. So we're going to go ahead and close our eyes, open our eyes, look up and then down to the left, up and then down to the right, up and then down to the left, up and then down to the right, up and down to the left, up and down to the right. Now we're going to do 3 circles to the left. 1, 2, 3. 3 circles to the right. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday hum. And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hum. And that completes the sequence. Again, if you still feel like your stress levels is above where you want it, you continue the gamut point tapping and the eye movements until you get your stress level down. To close off